I want to correct an impression. The accusation that the governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Right Honorable Francis Nwifuru, is being controlled by the Minister of Works in Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Engineer David Umahi, CON. Some people accuse him of being the reason the governor is not performing, that the governor accounts to Umahi, that the governor is subservient to Umahi, that the governor would have performed if not for the demands, the bogus demands from Umahi, economically speaking. I want to tell the people holding this opinion or this view that they are lying. It's not true. Umahi does not dictate to Nwifuru in any form. If you knew the composition of the Ebonyi State government, the current government of Ebonyi State, you would understand that Umahi didn't make contribution up to 10%. If you knew the people Umahi brought into the government when he was still on good terms with the governor, they are not up to 10% of the total number of appointees of the Ebonyi State government. That is the truth. A godfather wouldn't have accepted that kind of intimidation. Umahi wanted a speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly. He wanted to bring one Honorable Lucas Chukwu, but the now governor said, no, I will nominate a speaker for my government. He brought the incumbent speaker. So Umahi never dictated to Nwifuru in any way. Nwifuru is not accounting to Umahi. He's not in any way. There is no governor in Southeast that wields the political influence Umahi wields in the government of Tinubu. No governor in Southeast wields it. You know, I am not beloved of Dave Umahi. I am not beloved of him. But I am telling you the truth, what I know. Umahi wields enormous influence. Umahi sees more money by virtue of his office as Minister of Works than the 5 Southeastern governors of Nigeria. He awards more contracts than the 5 of them put together annually. He controls more might. He is closer to the president than any of the governors. Federal Ministry of Works is almost more powerful or sees more money than any state. In fact, it sees more money than any state in Nigeria. You can only liken the ministry to Rivers State, Delta State, Lagos, which other state? Maybe Akwa Ibom. The ministry is a big one. Umahi is overwhelmed with works, with assignments, with money. Yes, one might argue that despite controlling enormous powers, money, and all of others, that Umahi is still interested in more money. Yes, he's still interested in more money. No problem. But the issue is that he does not dictate to the governor of Ebonyi. In fact, happening now is that if you are close to Umahi, you have automatically become enemy of the governor of Ebonyi State. That's the truth. if you associate yourself with Umahi, automatically you will be declared persona non grata by the governor. That's the depth of independence that the governor enjoys. Why the governor of Ebonyi State is not performing is because of personal interests. The governor wants to achieve everything, all of the things he aspired, he wished he had. He's using the lean resources of Ebonyi State to acquire all of those things he wanted to, or he wished to have, or he wished he had. The governor just he completed works in an estate that he built recently at plot 368, Wuye District, specifically Lawrence Ugwanyi Crescent in Wuye, Abuja. Go there. The estate is massive. It is a Ebonyi governor that has it. He built it for personal, as personal property with Ebonyi people's money. The governor has a hotel in Lagos. He built through, we know all the people he uses, all the people he fronts as being the owners of those properties. We know them. The wife of the governor delivered a hotel at the back of Apo Mechanic Village in the FCT. The governor has over 50 trucks he acquired 2 years ago, loading sand for him in Itigidi. He bought a sand pit in Itigidi River. You see? That's why he's using direct labor, whatever. 80% of the sand used in construction, in carrying out government projects, is owned by the governor. In Itigidi, Cross River State, Abi local government area. We know all these things. Some of us know all these things and the locations. The governor delivered a state-of-the-art filling station in Abakaliki early last year. Abakaliki Enugu Expressway. In fact, that filling station is the best in Southeast. It is the state-of-the-art filling station. He never had any of these things before he became governor. Tell me why a man acquiring all these things will be able to deliver dividends of democracy to his state. That's why the governor is not doing anything. Have you seen the convoy of the wife of the governor? The wife of the governor has convoy, fleet of cars, jeeps, that some governors in Nigeria don't have. In her fleet is BMW bomb-proof, Mercedes Sprinter, latest model of G-Wagon, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, latest model, and others. Outrider bikes, 4 Outrider bikes. What is the work of the wife of the governor? What was she into? This is a state. Its people are hawking everywhere. Its people are doing menial jobs everywhere. Its people are begging on the streets of Oka, on the Shanewi, everywhere, Enugu. It is unfortunate. And this is one of the reasons it is not about giving a youth power. No. Ebonyi governor became governor when he was 40-something years old. It's not about giving youth power. In fact, the youths have even proven to be the worst. A good number of them have proven to be worse than the octogenarians. You see the wife of the governors, a convoy everywhere. You ask yourself, what is the duty of this woman? What office does she occupy? She's my sister. She's from Ikwo. I am from Ikwo too. The governor is not delivering projects anywhere. He will tell you he has built a university. Does Ebonyi need a new state university when Ebonyi State University is nothing to write home about? When Ebonyi State College of Education is a glorified private secondary school? Does Ebonyi State need a new state university? Ask yourself this question. What is this man doing with new flyovers in Ebonyi? Umahi constructed 13 flyovers in this state. Why are you constructing other flyovers? He has been working on one flyover for 3 years and 2 months now at Vanco in Abakaliki. Recently, he brought, the governor, he brought some Chinese constructors, to come and take over the project. The project that he budgeted, that he released 25 billion naira for, that single flyover. The flyover is a stillborn project. And the Chinese company is now telling him that for them to take over that project, it is going to, be a fresh job. That is the already existing structure, which collected the 25 billion naira, will be pulled down. Then they will now negotiate a brand new deal. That's the extent Nwifuru is wasting a bunch of people's money. And they are telling me Umahi is the reason. Who told you that? Nwifuru is building flyover at Mofe, a community that does not have crowd. He's building another flyover elsewhere in Izi local government. How many people have motorcycles there? Not to talk of cars. Because these flyovers yield money into his pockets. Direct labor. He will tell you, hey, he's building this, building that. Building where? Building what? 2 kilometers of road. Projects local government chairman should undertake. It is very bad. He's one of the reasons, or he's one of those the president was talking about the other day. Flyovers everywhere. How many people live in Ebonyi? How many people own cars in Abakaliki? What is the population index of Abakaliki that will be constructing flyovers everywhere? So Umahi is not dictating to Nwifuru. He's not. Yes, Nwifuru, when they were still on good terms, he could be giving him this, that. No, but he was not under pressure to do that. He gave the minister, Senator David Umahi, a BMW bomb-proof vehicle. I think that was 2 years ago, 2024. He gave him that vehicle. But he wasn't pressured to do that. He has been fighting Umahi openly. He has been fighting him. They are no longer on good terms. And some people will say, Umahi is the one collecting money. He's the reason he's not. Stop that. If it is a joke, stop it. All the governor is doing is to enrich his siblings. His immediate siblings are 180 in number, and he wants all of them to be billionaires. With what resources? With the lean resources of Ebonyi State. Most of them, never had anything doing. They have all returned from everywhere they are. All taking bites on the resources of the state. He brought in his in-laws, everybody taking a bite. I don't have problem with that. If anybody he brings in related to him, no problem, so long as that person has what it takes, the wherewithal, the intellectual wherewithal, the experience with which to shoulder a project or to run a government, no problem. But none of them has what it takes to manage a project. No? The local government chairman of Onitsha local government of Onitsha is his in-law. The chairman of Ebonyi local government area, is a husband to the wife's sister. The incoming chairman of Ikwo local government is the youngest brother of the governor's wife. No problem. If they have the qualities, I don't have problem with that. The governor's brothers are, one of the younger brothers, is handling a book cab, the other one IGR, the other one, contract, no problem. But why are they not performing? That's the issue. Contracts are suffering stillbirth everywhere in Ebonyi under this administration. This is unfortunate. Ebonyi needs good governance. We cannot continue to answer the poverty capital of Southeast. No, it is not good. Some of us are not on bed with this kind of thing, with this kind of rating. God blessed Ebonyi with natural resources through which the state can be raised. The current governor the man does not know. He has always said it that he was surprised to become governor, that he never knew that he could become governor, that anytime he wakes up in the morning and sees that he's waking up from the bed of a governor, that he's always surprised. He made it known severally. And that's why he's not performing. That's why it is not good when nominating governor. Nominate somebody that already has businesses he's doing as a private individual. Not someone who will now use government money to satisfy his ego. Ebonyi does not deserve Nwifuru now. We are still at the teething stage of development and human capital development. We don't deserve someone called Francis Nwifuru. In Southeast, when you are rating governors, you don't rate Nwifuru. He's nowhere close at all. And it is high time our people started telling him the truth. That's why they are chasing me everywhere with DSS, alleging that I'm one of those funding ESN, IPOB in Southeast. When did I become rich without my knowledge? When did I become a billionaire without my knowing it? It is because I am criticizing them. It's because I am telling the world the truth. So, Nwifuru, sit up. Sit up. You are a young man, for crying out loud. Sit up. I am Sir Chika Nwoba.